Hi, boys and girls. This is Miss Ashley, and I'm going to help you get started today with using Seesaw in your classroom. The first thing you need to know is on the Chromebook, Seesaw works a little bit differently than it did before on an iPad. On the bottom of your Chromebook, you should see an icon that says Seesaw. I'm going to click on that icon, and it should open up the page that says Seesaw. If that does not work for you, I'm just going to go to Chrome, and you can type in Seesaw in the search bar, and it should come up with the website web.seesaw.me, and that will take you to the same start page for Seesaw. I use this quick little icon to get me to the login page. Otherwise, I'm going to click on the login here, and then it's time for you to choose if you are a student, if you are a teacher, or if you are a parent. So let's look at how this page loads for us. Here I am on the Seesaw page. So I'm a teacher? No. I'm a student? Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and click on I'm a student. And instead of having to log in, you can just use sign in with Google because your Chromebooks already has you signed in with Google. It might ask me to click on my name. And although my name is not Student 4A, this is an example. So I'm going to click on Student 4A. You will click on your name. And let's just hide this so you can see more of my screen. So I'm just going to be patient and let it load and let it find me so that it knows who I am. See if it's working. Great. And now I'm in to my homeroom 4B class. Now I'm inside Seesaw. And what am I going to post? So maybe your teacher's going to ask you during win time to post something. If you're thinking of what to post on Seesaw, I like to use this little reminder. So this is called Wow Work, and we always want to post our wow work on Seesaw. Our audience for Seesaw could be parents who might be looking at your Seesaw from home, trying to see what you're doing in the classroom. And it could also be peers. Maybe you want to post something and it could help somebody else learn something in the classroom, and that would be okay to post as well. So what is wow work? Wow work can be a few different things. It could be, wow, this is my best work. I did a great job on this. It could be, wow, I figured something out. So maybe it was harder for you in the beginning, and then you actually had to think a little bit, and then, well, you got it. And at the end, you understood what the lesson was or whatever that challenge was for you. It could also be similar to that, wow, I did something for the first time. So if your teacher introduced something in a mini lesson, it could be for math, it could be for reading, social studies, science, even Lego, and it was new, and you did something for the first time, you could say, wow, that was really interesting, and I want to post that wow work for myself. Or it could just be something that you feel really, you're proud of, that you want to teach something to somebody else. All right, so these 4 things could be wow work. So if you're in your class now, maybe your teacher wants to pause the video and you could give some examples of what might wow work look like for you in your classroom. So now that you know what you might want to post, let's talk about how you can post this in Seesaw. So for example, maybe I want to say, wow, this is my best work. I did something and it's my best work that I've done. In Seesaw, here I am. I'm going to find the little green button here at the top and I'm going to say add. Now, there's many different ways you can add. You might be really used to the camera from last year, and we added it by taking a picture. I'm going to go ahead and click on camera. And so you can see now, you can see me twice. And you'd hold up your work here to be able to take that photo. But it's really tricky on a Chromebook to hold that work and take the photo at the same time. So you can see here, if I posted this, my audience member, my parent, or another classmate might not be able to read or see my work. So I would say this would be a trickier way to post on Seesaw. You might not want to do that one. However, there are some other cool ways that we can post in 4th grade. So maybe your teacher says, it's win time. I want you to post something that you're really proud of. You can think of, what did I learn and how can I show what I've learned? You can do that here through a drawing, which is my favorite way to post on Seesaw. So once I click on drawing, for example, if in math we were learning an equation, so maybe we were just starting to learn the times table. So I'm going to do 5 times 2, and then I'm going to talk about how I learned 6 times 2, and maybe I'll put 3 examples, 4 times 2. So I'm going to put that text here. I can even make it larger if I needed to. And now you could write a text and say, today in math, or even this week in math, we learned, and you could explain what you learned. Okay, so that's one way you could use is text. You could also do a audio recording. So here I could start recording and see this pencil. It kind of tells you that you could also record and draw at the same time. So maybe you just want to talk and say like, today in math, we were learning about times tables by 2. So let me show you how I would solve this problem. So for example, 5 times 2 equals 10. The way I solved this was, it's hard to draw with this mouse pad, so that you know the Chromebook also can support your finger. So the way I did this, let's say, was maybe I have 5 counters and I'm going to make 2 rows of them. And this whole time I'm drawing and I'm talking together. And this is actually going to create a video for me to post. And what will be really important here is that you explain what you learned and how you did that. So I'm going to say done here. And then I'm going to click the checkbox one more time. And then this is going to load a video. And just like when you use your iPads, you're going to select your name. So maybe I wanted to show you, I figured something out. So maybe you didn't know how to do the times 2 tables, or it was the first time you did it, or maybe you wanted to teach somebody this. All right, so now this uploaded to my account, Test Student. I'm going to show you just another example of what you might want to do because the photo is a little bit tricky. So we showed you the drawing and some of the tools that it could do. There's also a note. So maybe you want to reflect on today in class. We worked on, and then you might say, it was hard at first. And then what did you do to figure it out? So you could just post that note. Okay, so let me finish the sentence. In class, we worked on the times 2 tables. This was the first time I did this. Drawing it out. Okay. And then you could post. Now, if you're posting a sentence, a little reflection like this, you'll want to make sure that it's at least 3 sentences long, explaining what did you learn in class, why is it wow work for you today, and what strategy did you use to solve it, or what is it exactly that you learned how to do. You could also record your voice on top of this note, and then you'd be able to post it. So maybe you want to read exactly what you wrote, or maybe you want to expand more with your voice. The last thing I want to show you is that on a Chromebook, you could take a screenshot of something digital that you have done. I'm going to open a new tab here, and in my ASB bookmarks, I have something called Typing Club. Typing Club is where you can practice your typing skills. So maybe you do a Typing Club lesson, and then you want to take a screenshot of what you did and upload that to Seesaw. You can also do that. Let me show you how that will work. So now I'm in Typing Club and I want to take a photo. So I'm just going to do my shortcut Control Mayúsculas, which is the shift and then the button above the 6. And I can choose what I want to take my screenshot of. Oh, I don't want that. I want to take a screenshot of showing my audience that I am on doing the first lesson of Typing Club and I'm explaining why I'm learning about this. So I'm going to click here, capture, and this is now saved for me. I'm going to go back into Seesaw now that I have a screenshot. And remember, you can take a screenshot of a Google Doc. You can take a screenshot of a slide. And then when you want to add, you'll just go instead to upload. So we've learned how to do the drawing and the note, and now we're going to learn upload. And so that screenshot is saved on my computer. So I'm going to go ahead and say select from my computer. And it should be in my downloads. There it is, my screenshot. And I'm going to open that. And I'm going to upload that screenshot here. And then I can explain it even more. So what makes this really rich is that you can explain what your screenshot is. So here I'm just going to record my voice. And I'm going to say, today I tried something new, and it was typing club. I just started learning how to use the home row in typing. This feels really important because now that I'm working on a Chromebook, I know where to place my fingers, and I know that we'll be doing a lot of digital work this year, next year, and in 6th grade, I will be bringing my own laptop to school. So I'm excited to learn how to type quickly and effectively. All right, so then I'm going to stop my recording, and then I can post that work to my Seesaw account as well. So let's review quickly all the ways that we did learn how to post today. So one way was through the drawing. So maybe you want to talk about your wow work. Wow, this is my best work, or I figured something out, or I did something for the first time. Basically something that you feel proud of. And you could do that via a drawing. So if I look down here, that was this example here. So I drew and then explained what I learned. The other way we learned how to do it was just doing a reflection. So you could just type a reflection of what you wanted. Or you could take a screenshot of something digital. So that means something that is a Google Doc, or that could be a Google Slide, or even a website that you're working on. Maybe you're working on Mayan or IXL or Typing Club here. You can take a screenshot and post that as well. Again, the most important part is your learning and your reflection and sharing out what you did there. As your peers post on Seesaw, you will be able to comment. When your teacher says that it's okay to comment, you'll be able to leave a comment for your peers. All right, that's all today. I can't wait to see what you post on Seesaw.